What other players or people do you remember around at the time?
We're talking 36 years ago.
It's quite
now.
a long time. So who would the manager be? Would it have been Tony Wormald?
Roger Dakin
he was coaching. He was coaching, yes, that's right.
And actually, he tells the story, every time I see him, even today,
yes,
he tells the story of how I turned up for a training session on the grass.
Yes.
Just out there, and asked you, allegedly, to come and watch me. And I stopped the ball and turned, and you went, yes.
That's a good story.
I mean, Roger's so fantastic at stories. I wonder whether, the veracity of that or not.
I'm absolutely sure it's true, if Roger's told it. But,
that was a real pleasure, because he was such a fantastic person to be around. And Stephen
Kenty, yes, Stephen Kent
was
would
the
have
manager.
been around. Yes, that's right.
And he was very helpful to me, because I was driving, obviously, a long way away.
Yes.
And he helped me get my first car, because he was
he was in that business.
Car salesman.
He was in that business.
He was.
Yes.
His perfect personality for that.
He was.
Gig, I think, and he helped me buy a silver Ford Fiesta.
Yes.
995cc or something, but it broke down the very first weekend.
Well done, Kenty.
Tried to drive. Yes,
well done,
drive
Kenty.
up to the club, but
brilliant. So that would have been. So that's good. And then, so Bram would have been playing centre forward.
Yeah. So Bram Van Essel, and actually, I think of all the players that I met, apart from obvious ones like yourself, he was the one that really struck me as was better at hockey than I'd experienced.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I knew you guys because you were sort of arguably globally famous at that point. But Bram, because of his Dutch background and the heritage of hockey, of course, I didn't have that.
No.
And so I really remember thinking about how he played.
He was such a natural centre forward. He was such a. Where were you playing? Were you left wing at the time?
I played midfield. So the first game, in the old days, inside left was a slightly more defensive
it was.
inside
you tended
role.
To attack down the right and defend down the left. Yeah.
And I think Roger thought I had a good game against Cambridge, because the next weekend I was inside right, which I think is if you think attacking is better than defending, that's an upgrade.
That is an upgrade. So, that's a significant.
I'm not sure where you were playing. Where were you playing?
I would probably have been playing centre half.
Okay.
I think by that time I'd sort of snuck into the middle and tried to distribute it around a bit.
Running? Is that
less running probably would have been helpful. If I found
I'll say that for you.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, you and many others, of course. So rolling the clock back forwards then. So was it the next year? I think we came second. I think as a.
I don't remember where we came in that first season. I mean, I think we did much better than that first game reflected, but I think we were sort of middle top, maybe. It was 16 teams, I think, or maybe even 18 in that league. You played one game, either home or away, not both.
Yeah.
And I assume we were kind of finding our feet a little bit, but the next season there were a couple of dominant clubs, Havant, I think, and Hounslow, but we came second, I think, and we generally gave those considered to be stronger teams a real run.
Yes.
Although I don't even remember this, we had home advantage with the pitch at Ardingly School.
Farlington School over in Horsham.
And the home advantage was it was a fast pitch, but also the fences were right on the sidelines, so sideline hits were taken a metre in.
I remember there was literally a foot outside the far touch line, and we had to say to the umpires every game, oh, by the way, you can't take a full swing at this, so you have to let them bring it in. And so it was a bit.
And the advantage was, so people would defend the line, but we were taking in from infield. So all these traditionally sort of difficult to play out, we actually opened the angle.
We changed it. There was a bit of.
I think we were unbeaten. I think we won every game at home.
Maybe. It was certainly we certainly had a good core team then, and I think Robert Clift would have been playing then as well.
Clifty was playing.
He was.
I think Steve Batch.
Steve Batch came along. So it was a good collection of people. And then your career, so you would have carried on playing here at EG, as you were saying, through your international career. So who else? So as your career progressed, what other you then would have had the likes of Glenn Kirkham coming in, I imagine, and Mark Pern, would he have been?
No,
that's too late.
They were all much later than me.
Okay.
I suppose the player I would sort of think, for me personally, and for the club that was kind of iconic, was when Ben Barnes started to play.
Yes.
So his father, of course, had started coaching it, but so I think Ben overlapped kind of. I'm not sure he overlapped with you, but I think
he did actually. Okay. I think we did play for a year or two, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I think then Ben was kind of a real iconic player that sort of bridged
that
your
gap.
time,
Yes.
my time,
Yes.
and I think Ben really kept the team going.
Yes.
Kind of single-handedly for a period
he was
after
a big
that.
role at the back. He played
he did everything, as I recall. Yeah.
He was a good player, and he was a real club man as well as you were, obviously. So yeah.